Oh my goodness, Tigers fans, how the heck are we doing after last night's huge win against the Canterbury Puppies? That was something to behold. Like, holy smokes, I am still absolutely frothing on our performance last night. Sure, there were some errors. Sure, there were things we could have done better. But holy crap, did we just absolutely come up and, we took the win at the end of the night, and we did it, and we fought tooth and nail, and I am just so proud of our boys. So tonight, I think it's no better way to celebrate than to break down all of our stats, where we went right, where we didn't go so right, and what we can look forward to for our game following the bye, because holy smokes, man, I am so pumped. But before we jump into today's video and all the positivity that I want to bring for today in our boys' effort, my name is Geordie. I am a diehard West Tigers fan who lives and breathes this club. I always have. I was born into it, and this is all I've ever known, and I honestly have not wanted to look elsewhere. So if you love the Tigers and footy as much as I do, make sure you smash that like button and smash subscribe as well. Join this amazing community, and yeah, it helps me in the YouTube algorithm out a ton as well. But let's get into it, because we have a huge video to go over. We know that we came up 28-14, and we, that first half we dominated. We saw Jerome Luai going over. We saw Jerome Luai going over. We saw Jerome again, and then Adam Doueihi. And oh my goodness, man, Adam Doueihi. Let's talk about him for a second. The numbers that he put up, the tackles, the runs, the kicking, everything that he did. If we don't throw a contract at him right now, I don't know what else he can do to, ask for that. From what reports have said, it's 400,000, possibly 450,000. Tigers like Benji, Richo, if you're listening to me, if you're watching this show, pay it, man. We need him. He proved why we need him. And I don't think it's just for a kicking purpose. I think, honestly, having him in at that half was the best thing that Benji could have done. What we saw there from him and Jerome was absolutely beautiful. I love Latu and I love Jerome, but maybe this is something here, and move Latu to bench as impact, or move him to the ball playing locked. And that's something that I couldn't believe I'm saying right now. But Adam Doueihi, man, absolutely knocked it out of the park. Has to be my man of the match. Super impressed with everything that he put up last night. And so we saw, we saw some errors for sure. We saw some sloppiness. It was raining. It was windy. It was wet. It was muddy. It was all things chaos. And as we know, we saw Jerome Luai put on a good little fend on Lockie Galvin, and then, started mouthing off after. But the beautiful thing is, he got back to him after the game. The cameras caught them hugging, saying, great things to each other. What we think so. And that's what footy's about. But when we're talking, in the game, we held the ball 52% of the time. That is something that we should be proud of. We dominated in that more than the Bulldogs can. We saw a 79% completion rate with the Bulldogs at 67. Holy crap, I cannot believe I'm saying that we had a better completion rate than a top 4 team. And that, to me, speaks volume to about what Benji is building over at our club, right? But also to what our team is doing when we come together, when we put people in the right positions, but more importantly, when we play for and with each other and absolutely just go insane. Like, there's nothing better than a team that is in it for each other, and that's what we saw last night. And then our all runs, 153. We had 1,200 run meters, 391 whopping post-contact meters. Our forward pack was packing a punch last night. I think Terrell May wasn't, fully going at his highest capability or capacity, but hey, he still got the job done. The Fainu brothers went absolutely balls to the wall. I love that, especially Samuela, man. Like, he was all over it. We saw Jerome Luai as well getting a few post-contact meters. It was just all around Adam Doueihi. Like, everyone was doing it, and that is something I am so proud about. We saw 3 line breaks thanks to Doueihi, the Buller, 30 tackle breaks again. Doueihi, Buller was doing those. Like, they were on fire. Jerome Luai, these guys were on fire, just absolutely going balls to the wall. Jerome Luai, we saw Taylor May make a couple decent runs, but then unfortunately was out with a grade 1 concussion. Thank goodness we have a bye, because I believe it's 11 days that he's going to be off, so he should be back and good for the next game. Passing wise, we saw 6 offloads, something I wish we would have put a few more up, but hey, our effort was there. We were trying so hard. They were putting on good tackles. There were a few high tackle penalties going both ways. We saw 196 total passes, and that's something that I want to bring to our attention, especially Jerome Luai. Like the fact that he wasn't running and dummying and passing and doing all those things left and right. He was just getting the ball, running straight or passing it off, and that's what I think we needed for a very long time from him. So that's something that I think going forward, I want more out of him from him. Let him lead, but let him play simple footy. I think he's more dangerous in that 6 jersey where he's able to run as hard as he can and get through, especially on that left edge. So that's something I think I want to keep exploring more with him in. Our kicking game was on point. We saw 21 kicks, 635 meters, huge kicks from Doueihi, absolutely massive kicks from Doueihi. We saw a few grubbers from Jerome Luai as well, those predictable grubbers that he puts in, but at the same time were very, very effective. And then, of course, the try setup for, I think it was Skelton with RP putting in that little grubber. Absolutely beautiful. It doesn't really get much better than that. This is what Hollywood chases scripts about and writes scripts for. We saw an 87.35 effective defensive rate. That is something that I'm super proud about as well. Our defense was pretty freaking good all night. Yes, there were moments, I won't get ahead of myself, there were moments that it could have been a lot better. We had a few gaps, but also you got to think of like Critter, man, like Critter Crichton, like when he's going, there's no stopping him, and we were able to shut him down a handful of times. Obviously, we saw a try come out of one of his players, but man, I'm so proud of our boys. Like, we fought tooth and nail, and we did not give up to the very last minute. We didn't give up at all, honestly. We knew that, we had to come out. This was going to be a tough team. They were running some great plays. Lockie Galvin, honestly, was doing somewhat of a decent job here and there. Let's not talk about their few plays that they missed, but he was doing well, spreading that ball out, doing what Burton wanted to do, and the fact that we could come up and do that, man, super, super pumped and proud of our boys. Next, we move to our negative play. I think this is where we, one, left a lot of points on the board, but two, gave a lot of points away. I think if we didn't see our errors, we didn't see our penalties, our reports, our sin bins, our ruck infringements, all things that were very, very iffy, but also that we also, deserve for some actions that we put out. Safe-off, we saw him go out on a sin bin. We were down a player for 10 minutes. We were able to keep that together. We were able to absolutely tear it up. Then after that, we saw Jareem Buller go off for HIA. He passed that. Then Taylor May. We had so many different variables happening, and then just of course the errors and penalties that we gotta be better at, man. Even though we put up this great performance, we got to be better at these errors. There were way too many penalties. Terrell May had a few. We just got to be better about that. That's plain and simple, across the board. Focusing on the things that we can control, those 1%ers, and this is part of that, is our negative play. So going forward, after our bye, I hope that they're practicing a little bit of self-control, a little bit of discipline, because that partnered with consistency and camaraderie is going to be the recipe the recipe for disaster for the team versing us. I don't want to say disaster for us because I mean it in the good way, but recipe for disaster for any team that comes up against us. We are absolutely going to tear it up and go freaking berserk. So Tigers fans, get with me in the comments below. Tell me who your favorite player was last night and why, because there is a bug in here. Oh my goodness. Because this is a huge game that we needed, especially going into our bye. And Tigers, we are so freaking back and we have so much to dream big about, especially going into next season, getting a glimpse of this lineup. So I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, grab a One Jungle cap from the merch store, and let's bloody get this One Jungle pumped in the comments below. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.